Hey guys, this is Lee. Long time no video, like a real video. So I thought today I show you how I grow my Rhynchostylis type of orchids. As you can see, my Rhynchostylis gigantea, pie, or psi, I don't really remember, is in bloom right now. Is the bigger one in the bag. I've been growing this, I think, for 3 years now, 4 years. It started blooming last year, and this year it put out a new spike, and it's flowering. And Rhynchostylis, they have that very strong chemical fragrance. At some point I felt like it smells like an Asia shopping supermarket thing. It's not the most appealing fragrance, I have to say, but this one's really easy to grow and the bloom is not too bad, so I decided not to sell it. I have sold others because I didn't quite like the color. As I said, this one's quite easy to grow. I've been experimenting with Rhynchostylis and leca. Didn't work at all. They hated it and almost died. But then somehow, although they don't grow very fast, they recovered quite quickly. So what's this thing living in right now? I repotted this one, I think, at least on the pot, it says 3 years ago. I can't believe it's already 3 years ago. It's just in bark and sphaghum moss, and that's it. You can see in the, I think it's just 2 years or so. I had this setting already for at least 1 year because this one bloomed last year. And this one in the front is a Rhynchostylis gigantea alba, which almost died on me. I had it in leca and didn't like it at all. It was out in the sun and almost died. But now it's recovering quite well, put out some new leaves, and they're quite firm, the leaves again, and put out some new roots. So this, I can't even get it out because I think the roots are stuck to the wall of the pot, so I don't want to break them. And this one's got really long arrow roots. Look at that. I never managed to train, they say train the roots to get into the pot. You have to put some, when they're growing, put some heavy stuff on top of the root so that the root doesn't grow out, but I wasn't paying enough attention. So these two guys here are growing under artificial light, and they get water maybe once a week. Well, in summer they need more than that. I think twice a week. And yeah, I just pour water from the top, and I added some I think I added some fertilizer, or didn't I? Slow, what's the right word for it again? The slow releasing fertilizer. This little guy here is my Rhynchostylis gigantea spots that I bought from friends a couple of years ago. I think at least 3 or 4 years ago even. And I potted this one up in sphaghum moss, bark, and some ceramis back then. It's in dire need of a repot. I never repotted this one, but it never caused me any trouble. That's why I didn't repot. It's just sitting on an east-facing windowsill. It bloomed for me the first time last year, at the same time with the other Rhynchostylis gigantea I just showed you. The way this one's just the same. The way I'm growing it, it is not on an artificial light, but I'm also not soaking it. I'm just pouring water in it. Some people keep them bare rooted, but it's just too much work. And the Rhynchostylis gigantea really accepted the media here, the sphaghum moss and bark, and in a self-watering setup. You can see there's a nice root there. And as I said, this one bloomed for me the first time last year because it was a rather small plant, and as you can see, there's a spike here too. This one has a rather sweet smell, and the flower is really nice. I will show it to you once the flowers show. They have little pinkish, purplish spots on a white background, really nice. And this one's easy to grow too. Just once a week water, and it's self-watering, and not even on artificial light, just windowsill. So this one is my Rhynchostylis retusa. You might say it's not looking too good. Yes, it's not in a real nice state. It doesn't, yeah. Because the reason why this plant's not, it's healthy now, but the reason why it's not looking, it's in a weird shape and the leaves are going here and there, is that I've been experimenting with this one quite a lot. I had this plant in leca at first. It seemed to like it, but then as everything you keep in leca, at some point it just didn't like it anymore. The roots die off, and yeah, I can see why people give up leca. And then I had it bare rooted, which was working quite well. I just soaked it every 3 days in my kitchen sink, which was very easy, and I used tap water at that time, and I have really, really hard tap water. But at a certain time I noticed I can't keep up watering anymore. Then the leaves got all soft and weak, and then I thought, yeah, you gotta pot that up because I can't keep up with the watering. So I did the same what I did with the Rhynchostylis gigantea. I potted it up in sphaghum moss and bark, and I put it out on the balcony, and it put out roots, new roots, as you can see. And of course I didn't manage to train this one either. I could have, when it was about this length here, I could have put something heavy for the root to go down into the pot, so this root is wasted. But it put out enough other roots, although it's a very slow grower. Here it's coming out again, let me see, to survive. Look at those roots. And this one again is a self-watering setup, so it's less work. But the reason why the leaves are growing like in all directions all over the place is that I put it out on the balcony and then changed the position again, and then now that the summer is gone and it was getting too hot for the plant too, it was burning on the east facing balcony, I put it into an artificial light, and the leaves are all firm now, and it has grown like 2 or 3 leaves recently, and yeah, quite happy about it. It actually bloomed, although it was sick, but the bloom only lasted a couple of days, and then so I didn't even show the bloom, but that was when it was still in leca. But now I'm quite confident this one will bloom soon, maybe in February, and maybe not this year, but then next year in February. And not next year, we still have December, I mean 2025. But then in February, maybe I get a bloom in 24, I don't know yet. But it has fully recovered, the leaves are very, very firm. I think for me, that's the best way to keep my Rhynchostylis, is in sphaghum moss and bark in a self-watering setup. And again, this one also gets water from the top every week or so, and I think they can take both Rhynchostylis gigantea and retusa can take quite some fertilizer. They only get like 150 ppm in reverse osmosis water, but I think they can take up to 300 or something. And then this here, what I just said about leca, that I can understand people stop growing in leca because it just doesn't work. This one's here I got as a gift from my friend Andre at least 4 years ago. Those plants were really tiny. I mean, they're still not fully grown. This is my hand, but they were a lot tinier when I got them. They were in leca. Back then, we were still growing things in leca. I put this one on an east-facing windowsill, and I top up water every now and then. As you can see, I can't really say where the water is because there's so much algae. But what is different with this one, because they were quite tiny and small when they started to grow in leca, they fully adapted to this. I don't know how. The two in the bag, they're Rhynchostylis cartoon. How does cartoon look like? I don't know. But you can see it's really firm, and there's happy sap there. And somehow these two guys managed to survive. I don't know. I know that, I don't know, Emily, or what's her name on YouTube, she grows her Rhynchostylis and leca too, and she has got great results, but I never got those results. But she got really great results in leca. Well, this one here seems to work for me in leca. I don't know why. Maybe because they got adjusted when they were still small. But of course they haven't bloomed yet. This one here in the bag is some kind of vanda. I don't even know what that is. I think Andrew got it from an eBay seller who sold him something wrong, and then he got it as a gift. Yeah, but the vanda seems to be accepting it too. It's a small kind of vanda, I think. It hasn't grown all that much, but it hasn't died on me either. It was a very, very young plant. I don't think it's going to bloom anytime soon. Maybe in a couple of years, but not at this point. But as you can see, it put out some roots too. And again, the roots are going everywhere. So, it's already getting dark somehow. This is how I grow my Rhynchostylis orchids in Germany. You can either put them under artificial light or on a windowsill. Seems to work. I wouldn't try leca once again, but I will keep them in bark and sphaghum moss. Alright, have a great weekend everybody. Bye.